ladies, so it's Mickey. I'm going to see if I can clear that up a little bit. Okay, so the Army has a program called ACS, which is Army Community Services. Here at Fort Lee, we also have, I don't know if it's like everywhere, but I'm pretty sure it is. It's also, there's another program within it called the New Parent Support Program. So they offer a lot of classes. One of the classes that I went to is the Baby Basics class. Because since I don't have family here and stuff, I want to be as prepared as possible. I know you can't be prepared for everything and, you know, whatever, but I want as much advice as I could get right now. It might be different later, but right now I'm just like, okay, I want to know as much as I can. I was brought up with a whole bunch of kids. It's been a while since I've been exposed to a lot of children, you know, so I do have a maternal side. I took care of a lot of cousins and nieces and nephews and stuff like that. So not everything will be a surprise, but still, it's been a while. So during this Baby Basics class, I was given, or I was asked to choose another little practice doll, but she ended up just handing me one. So it was just me in there. I felt so horrible. Another lady was supposed to show up and she didn't. And I just don't know if they have that much exposure or whatever, but if you're in the Army, you're expecting your first, I would definitely check out to see if you have one of these on your post, or if you're in the military in general, or, you know, have affiliation with them. So we talked about a lot of stuff. I got a swag bag with stuff. Let me actually come over here. I was given a whole bunch of pamphlets and a booklet talking about the things that they do. So that was pretty cool because I wasn't even sure. Just by a whim, I went to this class. Sorry, it wasn't quite ready. So this is all the stuff that was in my swag bag. Okay. And I'll show you like what we went over. They gave us for free what to expect when you're expecting. So that was pretty cool. I already have one though. We were given a pamphlet or a booklet on babies and tummy time, why tummy time is important. So that was a lot of good information, and it actually splits it up between newborn to 2 months. Then you have 3 to 5 months, which activities and, you know, what benefits it has, and 6 to 9 months as well. Then we have a safe nursery. It talks about stuff that was recalled. It talks about crib toys. It talks about baby gates, playpens, like things that could be dangerous, especially if you bought something secondhand, which is something that I did with some of my stuff. But I always made sure that, you know, it wasn't recalled or anything. Putting anchors on your bookshelves, because you gotta think about it. If it's not attached to the wall and the baby is trying to stand up already and starts to grab at it, the whole thing's gonna fall on the baby. We went over the phases of labor. That's sort of crazy and scary. They talked about the use of, well, they didn't really talk about this, but they hit on it a little bit, the use of positive discipline. They gave us a little booklet on getting ready for Dad. Since my husband was not able to come with me, you know, we didn't go over that. Then we have another booklet about understanding birth. And it has like a login to, it says login to see what you read. So it has how-to videos, helpful printouts, and handy worksheets and stuff like that. So it's like a web class type thing. let's see. Promoting premature babies' development at home. 10 tips on how dad can help with the baby. 10 ways to help your infant's brain development. And then just like milestones by age. So yeah, a lot of our time was actually spent online or looking at a slide. They didn't give us the slideshow. She told me she was going to give me a copy, but their system was down or their email was slow or something, so she's supposed to send it to me. The lady that taught it was a lactation consultant, so she does home visits and stuff like that through the Army, so that was pretty cool to actually talk to her in advance. And I did talk to her about my PCOS as well, and you know, she also, just like the other consultants, mentioned about getting a rental breast pump and stuff like that. And she definitely wanted to talk to me a lot more, because when I said I had PCOS, her eyes sort of like opened wide, like, oh, I can help this lady out. So yeah, so I know definitely for sure I will have a lot of help, you know, if I have any trouble with that. Hopefully I won't, but we'll see. What else did we talk about? Oh, they talked about SIDS. They talked about it being okay if we have to step away. If we've done everything we can to help this baby, she's not hungry, she's not tired, she's not, she doesn't have a wet diaper, she doesn't need to be burped. You know, you go through that checklist of what's wrong, why won't this baby stop crying? And you might get overwhelmed. You know, a lot of people don't talk about that part. You might get really, really overwhelmed. And one of the big risks of this is, you know, the shaking baby syndrome, where somebody might get so just like overwhelmed with it and may end up like hurting or harming their child. So she talked about that. And like she had a video, and it's like, it's okay. She's like, it's okay. It does not make you a bad mom if you have to step away, meaning that you've done everything you can and you're just so overwhelmed, and just put the baby down. You know, it's okay to put the baby down, step outside the room and calm yourself down before coming back into the room and approaching the baby again. Because the last thing you want is to harm your child or something to happen to your child because you could not control yourself. So I really, you know, like, that seems so much common sense, but I get, you know, when you're in the spur of the moment and you just get really angry, like I tend to blow up sometimes, getting angry with my husband, and you know, sometimes I just have to walk away because I'm just like, I'm just so frustrated, you know? So it's okay, you know, it does not make you a bad mom if you have to do that. So I just like that they brought that up. It wasn't just like all the good stuff and happy stuff, you know? They talked about it. They talked about postpartum depression. It was a really, really, really informative class. We didn't practice breastfeeding or anything like that because I had told her we had went to a class already on that. So she stuck really to the basics. She showed us a few websites on immunizations and stuff like that. Because I asked her, you know, it's like, you know, there's people that do not believe in immunizations. There's people that are okay with the pace that they give it to you, or some people like to prolong them, you know? It's like, so I was like, I don't really know all the information on as to why there's a difference between the three. And that's something that I need to research on my own. And she said, she gave me a few references of places to go to read stuff, to, you know, the American Pediatrics, you know, what they suggest for if you want to just vaccinate and how much and what they give you on what months. And then if you want to prolong it, they actually have like a schedule or whatever, you know, by this time, you know, they have to have this. By this time it has to be, you know, for like school purposes and stuff like that. So I did like that they didn't just say, no, you have to vaccinate, you know. They actually have stuff on there for the people that want to just prolong doing those vaccinations. So yeah, like I said, that's something that I definitely have to look at and start thinking about. And that's the main points, the main things that we hit on was mostly these pamphlets and what she had on the slides. As soon as I get the slides, I will try to post something below, try to post it somewhere, maybe on Google Documents or something, and I'll let y'all know in a future video when I have that up. So yeah. That's it. If you have any questions about that, just let me know. Sorry I didn't really have that much information. It was a few weeks ago, and I've been to a few other classes, so I'm not trying to mix up what I've had between each class. So yeah. All right. I will talk to y'all later, and have a good weekend. Bye.